They tell you your teeth are going to fall out. They tell you your hair's going to turn gray. They don't tell you that when you're old, you're going to have to pee every 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Nobody says that, especially in a car. Like, if you can't go, then you got to go.
Yeah.
And I had this situation when I was a much younger person where it's always big metal doors at rest areas, like to the structure. At least they're nicer out here. On the West Coast, they're like little brick buildings. And I kicked in a door, not of a stall, of just like, and there was a little old man on the other side of it. And I just annihilated.
Get the fuck out of the way! I gotta go, brother.
Yeah, I just like annihilated this little old guy.
Oh no!
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
You gotta pay the troll toll to get in.
Get it in where you can fit it in. Yeah. Welcome back to the Troll Hole Podcast, where we trash the trolls so you don't have to reach in, pull it out, hop aboard the troller holster, because we're taking a ride to the spit pit. I'm one of your hosts. This past weekend, my coworker got a Dewey. Now my workflow has gone kablooey. It's me, Mike Lester. With me, as always, my co-host with the most, the bard of my toast. He just got back from the dirty. He put raw chicken in his pants, and the cocodrilos got flirty. It's Ben Katzner.
I don't know what that means. Can you say any of that? What is that?
That's crocodile in Spanish.
Oh, but okay.
Because you went on a fan boat tour.
I did. I was in New Orleans, but they spoke Spanish there, so it's fine.
Yeah. The fan boat tour guide.
Oh, I'm guessing he's not a big Espanol fan. That guy ruled.
He's an ICE agent.
That guy was incredible. We'll talk about that later. He was absolutely awesome. You're cool just outing your coworker getting a DUI?
It's public record. You can look it up.
Sure, totally fine.
You can look it up, dude.
Love that. Okay. Mike, who do we have with us today?
With us today, he drove all the way here just to do this podcast. He is the bat boy for the Portland Pickles. Please welcome to the Hellwell, Jeremiah Coughlan. Welcome in, Jeremiah. Welcome in.
None of those things are
welcome
true.
Welcome in, Jeremiah.
I wanted a whole rhyming thing. I wanted to be the creamsicle with the dreamsicle, or whatever you wanted to say.
There you go. That's good.
You got it.
You did it for yourself.
It's in my Instagram bio now.
I should have done some with dingers.
Yeah.
He's no swinger, but he'll hit dingers. Jeremiah Coughlan.
Oh, that's good.
Are you not a swinger?
No.
This is a swingers only podcast, so we're gonna
I guess when we're gonna fuck.
We're all married.
Careful what you wish for.
Yeah, that's why it's swinging. This would be, you know how people are like, oh, nightmare blunt rotation? This has got to be a nightmare swinger rotation.
This is
you walk into this room, you're like, ooh.
I did a show at an orgy one time, and this is the demo.
Yeah. I like that.
Demo.
Yeah.
There's a potluck going on, you know.
This feels like a real, like when someone's like, hey, if you were a part of a human centipede, would you rather be like, what part would you want to be?
Front of the back.
Yeah, front of the back kind of situation. This is a sexual front of the back situation, I would say.
I'd go middle.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You don't have a choice, sweetie.
Nah, I'd escape, dude.
I think we're sandwiching you in wherever we want. And then Neil, you're in there too, buddy.
Neil's there.
Neil's, of course, he's in the room.
I'm a part of it.
Speaking of which, producer Neil is here. Hello, Neil.
Hello, guys. Good to be here. Thank you for letting me be a part of your centipede.
Neil is Neil.
What an honor.
I appreciate that.
Neil has succumbed to heat stroke, so keep that in mind, viewers.
Yeah, most people here are coming off of a horrible travel day, I guess. You've been driving for 25 hours. You've been driving for 5 hours. You have to drive all the time.
I drove all the time. Everyone called in sick today, so I had to man fucking 3D printers today.
That's tough.
Not fun.
Well, someone's got to make those stem cells so the
That's
Democrats
right.
can eat them.
That's right.
How you doing today, Mike? You doing all right?
We got to make those test tube babies.
Yeah.
So Papa Elon can feast.
Outside of the test tube babies, you doing all right? Is everything good?
I'm all right, dude. Sun's out, guns out.
The guns are out.
Feeling athletic,
Yeah.
feeling frickin'.
Yeah, dude.
Feeling
I can see your fucking urethra in this
Yeah,
outfit.
yeah. You can see the tip.
Yeah.
You can see where the tip's been snipped.
Oh,
yeah,
girl,
that's
I love
right.
it.
I'm spitting bars. These are
spitting
bars.
That's pretty good.
You sounded surprised.
Yeah. Sometimes you surprise yourself with the bars that you spit, you know?
Bars.
You know what it is.
Who am I right now?
I don't know, Jeremiah.
How are you feeling after your car ride?
It's fine. It was easy. It wasn't too bad.
Because you were in Denver and then Nebraska.
Yeah. So yeah, the first 2 days were really bad. That was
Okay.
that was Tri-Cities, Washington. From there to Salt Lake, which is like 9 hours.
Do you need something?
Really good.
Okay.
We'll cut that. Don't worry.
No, probably
nope,
stay.
we're
We'll
leaving
leave
it in.
Yeah.
9 hours to Salt Lake, and then 8 hours to Denver, and then so like yesterday was 7.
Wait, so you went across the country in like 3 days, basically?
Yeah, but then I was in Denver for 4, and then yesterday was like 8 hours. It was like 7.5 from Denver to basically Omaha,
Mm.
and that felt easy. And then today was like 2.5 hours to Des Moines, watched 2.5 hours of baseball, and then 4 hours here.
So are you a rest area guy or a gas station?
Yeah,
or
I mean, if it's urgent, you know,
Yeah,
I'll hit
yeah.
the rest
Piss in the
area.
seat. That's what I do.
we had
Yeah.
a good rest area encounter the last trip we were on.
What did we?
There
what
was
happened?
blood all over.
Great. Cool.
There was a crime.
Something I clearly blocked out.
There was a crime.
I'm gonna go into
scene.
shock looking back at it.
I still used the toilet.
Oh my
I had to
god!
go.
I mean-
was it like bloody diarrhea or
It
something?
was just a blood trail.
Just
Great.
regular blood.
Mike's like, we should live here. I like it.
Like
here.
this is cool.
The vibes are good.
You could do
It's
a
perfect.
ghost tour here.
Yeah, I could do a ghost tour. I could do a ghost tour of my career.
A true crime tour, dude.
That was fun. That
Welcome
was
to our
wild.
new podcast, Rest Area True Crime.
Dude,
Honestly,
that would bang, dude.
That's
Yeah.
a good idea.
You
It's
could
not
do it
bad.
from your car on the road.
You could do it from the stall.
We could do it from the stall.
Yeah,
We got a new collab.
there you go. We're shaking on it.
Oh,
Yeah,
he didn't shake back. He's not part of it. It's not a deal yet.
The Bat Boys are swinging.
I just had I was in very eastern Oregon. This was a few weeks ago. I was going to Boise, and I wasn't going to make it to the hotel. Here's the other thing, too. They tell you your teeth are going to fall out. They tell you your hair's going to turn gray. They don't tell you that when you're old, you're going to have to pee every 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, nobody says that, especially
Yeah.
in a car. Like, if you can't go, then you got to go.
Yeah.
And I had this situation when I was a much younger person where I like, it's always big metal doors at rest areas, like
Yep.
to the structure. At least they're nicer out here on the West Coast. They're like little brick buildings.
Yeah.
And I kicked in a door, not of a stall, of just like, and there was a little old man on the other side of it. And I just annihilated.
I gotta go, brother.
Yeah, I just like annihilated this little old guy. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. Yeah. And then you're like, what do you do, right? And so I've always had like this not irrational, completely rational fear that that's going to happen to me.
Sure.
And so I could hear these like kids. I mean, they were probably high schoolers coming like towards the door, and I was on my way out, and so I grabbed it and opened it real quick, and there was like this like probably 6'2", I don't know, 19-year-old kid, and like he squared up when I opened the door because I startled him. So then I took my own karate stance, and then there was like this second where he just goes, dude, you scared me. And I was like, yeah, I know. But it was like, I also thought I was going to have to fight a child in a rest stop bathroom. So that's also very scary.
What a wonderful moment of vulnerability.
It was, yeah.
That's the realest shit that kid said in
Yeah.
years.
He's like, dude,
absolutely.
No cap. You scared me.
No cap. I'm a little afraid right now.
Yeah.
I don't love this.
No cap. I peed a little. No cap.
No cap, bro. We both peed a little. I see it in you, and I see it on me.
No cap. I don't know what I would have to do if I had to punch you. No cap.
That's beautiful. I love that. That's fun. I think that's actually a good segue into our first segment.
I have
of
a
the show.
follow-up question.
Okay,
though.
yeah.
So you knocked this old guy over. Did he get back up, or did he leave his own trail of blood, or?
No, I didn't. I mean, it was like just enough to graze him, you know? But it was like,
okay.
it was like one of those things you're like, oh, that could have been really bad. Instead, it was just kind of bad. And he just yelled at me.
Yeah.
And was like, what the fuck are you doing? Kind of thing, you know? But, it, you know.
Scared me.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, in retrospect, it definitely could have like injured him. But I
Yeah.
think it just more pissed him off.
What
than
would
anything.
you do if you just took him out and he's
Yeah,
laying
he
there
just
and
died.
no
I'd
one
probably
else
still have
is
to go.
around?
Yeah, see ya. Bye.
You piss on his body and you leave.
Good luck.
What else? What else is there to do?
One
Gonna
less,
save a stranger?
one less boomer. See ya.
This is such a callous program, dude.
What? You just a series of rest stops throughout America. You kill enough people, you can have Social Security. It'll be great.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be a good serial killer. You just make it look like you knocked him with the door.
We've got another bathroom banger.
That's what the blood was from at ours, probably.
You've been in the rest stops in, where was it? Nebraska?
It was Iowa.
Iowa?
No.
Oh, you're lucky.
Not
You
recently.
Sick son of a bitch. We're
Well,
gonna fucking catch you.
That's a good segue into our first segment. Did anyone say anything weird to you this week? DASAWTYTW. Yeah. Well then.
Mike, did anyone say anything weird to you this week?
Damn it. How you got to me first? Damn it.
I can go first if you want.
You can go.
I was
What happened?
just, out in the streets, in these comedy streets, doing a little thing. And then after the show, guy comes up to me wearing a shirt that says divorced dad energy, I think. Divorced dad energy on the shirt. And I go, that's a pretty hilarious shirt. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Just sucking him off to try to get some.
It is a funny
It's
shirt.
funny. Yeah, it's funny.
It's
and then
funny.
he goes, yeah, not wearing it ironically. And then he just walked away.
Why would you wear it then, dude?
I was like, oh, that's never going to get married again energy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's never going to have a child, never going to get laid again, never going to be whatever. That was like such a weird... Man.
He's looking to square up, that guy.
Yeah, it didn't feel good. It almost felt like he had to wear it as part of like the divorce settlement.
Yeah. It's part of his alimony.
Scarlet letter.
Yeah. Where it's like, hey, if you ever want to see your daughter again, you're going to wear the fucking shirt, Jared. You
You don't have to pay their health insurance, but wear the shirt.
Yeah. It was he was very serious about how it was not a joke. And,
He's looking for somebody in a daddy issues shirt.
Yeah, for sure.
where it's
Yeah,
like,
right.
They just like happen upon
Yeah,
each
yeah.
other in the streets. You're like, love at first sight. Dreamweaver starts playing.
You think if those two people fucked, did they leave the shirts on?
Yeah, you
gotta
have
leave the
to.
shirts on.
Yeah,
That's an awesome cold open to a rom-com.
yeah.
That's really good.
Is that a? Oh my
Are
god!
you damaged? I'm damaged.
I'm gonna run up your credit.
Cut to the next scene is just them doing hardcore anal.
That's the tagline for the movie.
I'm gonna run up your credit.
I'm gonna ruin.
That's good.
I'm gonna ruin your
Your
life.
fucking life. I feel like someone in a divorce dad energy and someone with a daddy issues shirt, they're only doing anal, right? There's
Yeah.
one hole that they can explore, and it's the butt.
Yeah, mouth. Mouth, ear,
Oh,
nose.
mouth.
That was my last marriage. Mouth was for Gary.
Mouth.
This hole's for you, brother.
Brother. That's what you call your sex partner.
I've been calling my wife bro and brother. She hates it.
Hulk Hogan.
It's so funny.
That sounds
my
like
favorite thing in the world. What up, bro? Love you, bro.
I like antagonizing my wife in our home.
Smart.
What about you, Michael? Has anyone said anything weird to you lately?
So I was golfing last week, and one of the guys that works there, it's the 76-year-old guy named Larry. Larry and I are tight, He lets me play the course for free. In exchange, I remember his name. You know what I mean? It's pleasantries. We exchange pleasantries. But now Diane came back. She was gone for a few years.
I've heard about this.
She got transferred by the park board like a crooked priest or something. She got transferred.
She was frisking too many black golfers. Like, hey, it's getting too hot out here. We got to get you up to Bemidji or whatever.
She was calling.
What's that? A 9-iron?
He's got a wedge on him. He's got a wedge on him.
That's a sword. But so Larry and I, we're chopping it up. And Larry's like, yeah, Diane's back. And, it's fine that she works here, but her last job with the park board, she was working with kids and she thinks she can treat all of us like kids. Larry and I are literally in the process of handing a oneie back and forth. It's like you are a child.
Yeah, you both skip school to be there.
You're 76 and switch out the trash at a municipal golf course. You do this to not grow up.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Let her mother you, Larry. Let her mother you. Let her swaddle you.
What's your vibe of her? Do you like her?
I love Diane. She gives me free sodas.
You're playing both sides of the
and
field
free golf. God,
That's right.
You're just tanking this place
That's my home
right into the
course.
ground.
And you
I
don't
love
have to
that.
suck either one of them off.
No, not yet.
When it gets to that point,
I feel
take me in, brother.
Larry's got a dilapidated pecker for sure, dude. Larry's got a fucking witch's nose for a dick.
Dilapidated Pecker, great band name. Easy.
Larry, it wouldn't even be blowing, dude.
Dilapidated Pecker. You'd be like, just open your mouth. I'll just soak it in there a little bit.
It'd be like a breathalyzer.
It's from the years of catheterization.
Yeah. He's gotten his dick kicked in one too many truck stop bathrooms.
Larry and Diane are gonna fuck, dude.
You think so?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
The tension's there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in there eating a frozen Snickers, just watching it fuck. Just watch.
Yeah, I like that.
I'm cocking by the merch rack.
Hey, for a fucking free nine, free front nine,
Free 9.
tough back nine.
Watch the bottom. Free 9. See Diane's vagina.
Bars.
Oh, that's
a bar.
That's delightful.
Put that on his shirt. That's not bad.
That looks like a Detroit neighborhood.
Detroit is better than people give it credit for. I bet Diane's pussy looks worse than Detroit. I'm gonna say that right now. I think Detroit's a beautiful city. I think it's gotten a bad rep. It's gotten a lot better over time.
Oh,
I agree.
God.
I agree with that.
Thank you.
Oh, that's some good geographical humor right there.
Jeremiah, has anyone said anything weird to you this week? Lately? Whatever?
Think. Yeah, I mean, just I don't care. Whatever. Let's get on with it.
Let's do something.
Well, so here's the thing. I actually do work at a golf course now. Like I'm doing like 2 days a week for free golf.
I didn't want to bring this up too early.
For a couple
'cause
days a
now
week.
The podcast is going to be this, but yeah.
But
Are you going pro shop, maintenance?
oh, I'm out there. I pick the range and I spray down the
Go
carts.
like,
it's great.
Put a head in
It's
us
great.
like golf talk.
Yeah, we should
great,
make one.
but,
Course. I'd love to come
it's-
support the
you
course.
should.
Ah.
You should.
Yeah.
But our GM went to the Masters in Augusta. And the story he told, like, I'm like, tell me all about it. He's like, the only thing I really have to tell you is that the bathrooms are the most incredible experience because there's like hundreds of them and there's not really any line. But then when you get up to like where it's like where you decide which bathroom to go into, there's a person who works there and he literally asks you, front 9 or back 9? Which is, and he was like, what? I don't know what to say. And he's like, you could, well, number 1 or number 2, man. And he's like, and if you say back 9, it's a separate bathroom. And then people go in there right after you and like spray stuff and wipe stuff down. So that there's no poop.
I
Yeah.
bet you with all the pimento cheeses flowing,
It's gotta
those
be
are
bad.
some gnarly bathrooms, dude.
And then they had like a peach ice cream sandwich.
Yeah.
I've heard about
We're
that.
Yeah.
golfing Saturday together.
Are you coming with us to
I'm
Hiawatha?
in the foursome, yeah.
Love it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
gonna be great.
I'll take care of you.
Wait, can I do a bathroom aside? Because that's great. That's
Yeah.
a good bathroom story. My friend Kieran was telling me about
Culkin?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kieran Culkin was telling me. My good friend. Kieran Culkin.
Recent Emmy winner Kieran Culkin. Or was that an Oscar? What statue did that?
Pretty important
empty-headed-
aside. He went to a Manchester United game in Manchester, I guess, wherever.
That tracks. That tracks. Good detail. That tracks.
So their bathroom situation, because that's like a historic team, been around forever. Like obviously, you know, soccer, football, big deal, whatever over there. Their bathroom situation was trough in the middle of the whole thing, like all the way down, and then you just all pee in the same. There's no barrier.
Question.
It's just like this table, and you piss in it, and you look at each other.
Yeah, eye contact.
It's surrounded, so you can watch a man in the. You can look a man in the eyes.
Yeah, there's a
you
guy
leave.
here, and then it's me. I'm looking at my, hey, we're kind of battling.
You're
it out.
there. He's there. Where am I?
You're probably drinking the piss.
I knew you'd hit it out of the park.
If I know my boy, you're
I'm on my my knees.
Your face up, guzzling some fucking
Sipping from the fountain.
You're getting the back nine of some Guinness or
I'm
something.
at the mic-only water fountain.
I like how you were like my like adversary, like you're playing Crossfire from the 80s, trying to like piss a ball bearing into his crossfire.
Sword fighting.
Yeah. My adversary's across the trough.
Oh, that's like a nightmare piss scenario. The Master sounds so good.
Yeah.
This sounds so terrible.
Have you been to a PGA event, Jeremiah?
I haven't, no.
I went to the 3M Open last year. It was marvelous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They treat you good.
Yeah, they
From
do.
what I've heard.
I had a little tent access too.
I got jerked off at the waste management one.
Joel
Just
Donovan.
outside in the parking lot.
There you go.
Yeah, it was great.
But as far as anything weird, I don't know. Like I had a miscommunication in Denver where I was staying with my cousin. He lives in Denver. He's a like independently wealthy person who created a phone game like a decade ago and has
What
never had to
game?
work again. It's called Press for Words.
Yeah.
It's basically Boggle with a timer. And it's a fun game. And he's rich, but we're always like, well, you were this close to Wordle, buddy. I mean, you got money. You got money, but you don't have Wordle money, dude. But he wanted tickets to the show, and so I was like, yeah. And then the producer, the booker, sent me like a code, like a promo code. And he was like, use these. And then he texted me. He's like, oh, we're going Saturday. And I didn't realize that he was saying the time. He's like, we'll be Saturday for 6. And I thought that he had used the code to get 6 free tickets.
Yeah.
And I was like, just kind of like, oh, all right. Well, that's fine, but not great. You know, like they're going to see that it was the same, you know.
Mm.
And then like the first day he was like, oh yeah, they even let me get VIP and whatever. And I'm just like, oh, the whole time I'm just like, oh, this is bad. And I don't want to be a dick, like, cause I'm sleeping at his house. And it was like, 6 p.m. So it was just a miscommunication. But the whole time I was just like, God, I'm going to have to talk to the booker.
Quietly boiling inside.
Yeah, where I'm just like, how unaware of like your people around you. And then he was like, oh God, I'd never do that. And I was like, okay, but I made a pretty big assumption that you would.
You're like floating around his infinity pool, like, God, you're taking advantage.
This is why you people are first to the guillotine. Don't you understand? The rest of us are going through.
I know.
He's like, oh, I guess I'll go to the late show. You know,
I hate that when people take advantage of comps, though.
Right.
That's tough.
And as you're kind of like stuck in the middle of it where you're like, well, I'm beholden to this. Like, I want to get invited back to this place. I want these weekends to be successful. I want all these things to like work out. But then you're like, yeah, but I'm also not going to make my dad or my cousin like pay to watch me talk.
For real.
You know,
For real.
like, that's not.
what's it like to have people want to come see you perform?
It's great, dude.
Yeah,
It's a good feeling.
one day I'll
It's
get
a good
there.
feeling.
Yeah.
Especially when family comes out. They're like, so this is why you kind of vanished.
Yeah.
All right. We get it.
Yeah.
We get it.
That's
You're broke.
interesting.
We get it. We
Yeah.
get it.
One day. All right. Well, that's been. Did anyone say anything weird to you this week? Thank you so much. That's a beautiful end to the segment. What's up, dude?
Crossfire. Sorry.
Great.
Neil's watching a video essay on Crossfire now.
Well, just a commercial. Like Jordan Sermonera is a comic in Portland, and he does like a 5-minute bit about the commercial for Crossfire and just how like crazy it would be. Like it was an insane commercial, and then you go back to it, and you're like, oh, we're just shooting ball bearings, and like, and you know, like the little board was like this big, and they, you know, they made it look like it was.
It's like a garage fight. You're just throwing nails and screws at each other.
What do you mean? It's like a
You know,
garage fight.
you're
garage
growing
fight.
up, go out with your cousin.
You know,
A garage fight.
You know, garage fight.
What do you mean?
Garage fight. You go out, throw some stuff around at each other. You know?
Street fight, dog fight,
Garage fight.
garage fight,
Nowhere to run.
wolves in 5.
Wolves and five. Wolves and five. Suck it, Draymond. Suck it, Draymond.
Well, Jeremiah, this is, we talk about social media a little bit on this podcast. It's kind of part of it, okay? So the first question we like to ask our guests.
that was my. That was.
I like how you settled back in. You're like,
I had to engage my core.
yeah.
That was all
Garage
core,
fights
baby.
left you spinning.
What I want to know from you, my friend, is what does your Explore page look like? What does your For You page look like? What are we talking about?
I don't know. I don't know if that's legal in this.
You don't
state.
have to show us, but give us a little taste.
I don't know if I can talk
I
about that.
promise you,
notes,
I
what you
guarantee
feel
it's golf. There's
comfortable.
golf on there. There's no question about
There's
that.
golf on there, and I actually talked about this. I thought it would go better. I talked about this on stage in Denver because I was in Utah, and you can't watch porn.
Yeah.
So like Kentucky, Utah, like the bunch of states.
Indiana also.
You have
Don't
to
ask me
like
how I know, but
that you can, but you have to send them a picture of your ID, and I'm
Right.
like, yeah, I'm not doing that. And so it's like, you know how bad your algorithm gets if you have to jerk off to Instagram? Like,
they didn't like that. That's great.
I know. I was like, dude, and yeah, it's mostly just girls putting their hairs in ponytails and
I know
their
that.
panties.
getting on their knees. Yeah, you've seen that.
Yeah, I know
You've
that.
seen that one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
see. Stabby's on there.
There you go.
Is this a cute dance? What kind of golf content you got
my
on there?
God.
You got swing
I
tutorials
wish I
or
would've
just
never-
like
we
vintage
should've not
golf
even booked you.
footage or
Yeah, let's see. We got the Ultimate Warrior. There's several.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
several
yeah.
Ultimate Warrior
were
things.
you Warrior or Hogan back in the day?
Definitely Warrior.
Yeah, especially Hogan now.
Yeah.
I think they're both bad guys in different ways, right? Didn't the Ultimate Warrior like beat his wife or something?
Clips from Little Big League.
Who has
Bunch
them?
of random stuff. Yeah. But yeah, a lot
How come
of
when some guys
you
beat up
know,
his wife's pussy.
people running on treadmills.
That's fun.
That kind of thing.
That's
you know.
great. I think
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty normal. I mean, we've gotten some pretty wild stuff. I think that's pretty.
Yeah.
Last
get it.
week we got AI amputee porn as an
Oh.
answer. Yeah.
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 It wasn't necessarily porn, but,
But it's outsider art.
yeah.
Sure.
They do
Porn.
probably have OnlyFans, so we can call it.
That's
Yeah.
the point.
Yeah. There's
That's not
boobs.
bad.
I mean, a lot of boobs.
You know, you want
You
to
know.
cleanse that algo, get a little VPN action going.
Yeah.
You just set that shit to Mexico and you can jack off anywhere, dude.
I might have to. I'm on the road a lot. you
Yeah.
know, and nothing will ruin, you know, like a nice hotel session where you're
Right.
like, oh, I don't have to worry about the garage door opening or anything. Like, you know, like.
Why are you guys doing so much shit in the garage? I don't understand.
No,
You're
I just
fighting,
mean that
you're
means
jerking
someone's
off?
home.
Oh,
I'm in the house. I'm just saying that's the audible, you know, that's the auditory. Oh, hey, someone's home.
I'm in
I
the
don't jerk
car.
off in my garage.
I'm in the car, it's running, I'm jacking off. A
Yeah.
firefighter comes in to save my life.
He's like, is the belt around my neck or the hose in the window gonna work first? Yeah.
Imagine coming home. You get your husband autoerotically asphyxiating himself. Oh my! Jerry, get down from there. Well, you won't do it.
Won't kill me.
You're not doing it.
You're not gonna kill
I'm gonna
me.
do it. Yeah. There's nothing.
Get that NordVPN and set that shit to Venezuela.
Does Nord
you guys-
work in like Indiana?
Cut fucking that out. We're not supporting Nord.
Oh, okay.
Nord
Nord works
fuck
everywhere.
Express
Get them the
VPN.
fuck out of here until you sponsor
Express
us.
works too. I used to buy my clothes
Bleep it all.
there.
It's all bleep. VPN it all out of here. We're
When
done
I
with
wore
it.
jeggings, I bought them at Express. Now that's not good for a garage jack. Jeggings.
Jesus Christ. I will also say, if you want to, speaking of supporting people, if you want to support the
Dude.
pod, subscribe to us on YouTube, subscribe to us on Spotify.
Do it.
Full video on there. We got a Patreon. You can check out our Patron, as we call it. We got the
We
Patron
got our
set up.
Patrons coming in.
So we got extra content. We got good vids. We got a lot of fun stuff behind the paywall that you'll never see. You'll never see
You ready
unless
for
you pay
this Saturday,
$5.
Jeremiah? We're gonna play the blues.
This is so obnoxious. Who are you guys golfing with?
Sam Harriman
Yeah.
Oh, just you.
and my buddy Casey.
Yeah, I don't
Casey
know.
Flesh?
Oh, I'm just finding out about
Great
the other
hangs.
two,
Oh.
but
Great
It'll be
hangs.
fun.
It'll
Yeah.
be great. They're all
vibes,
bad.
yeah.
You're a better golfer than all of them, so it'll be good.
I don't know if that's true.
Okay.
How long have you golfed?
Less than a year.
Oh, you're perfect for our crew.
Good.
You're
Yeah.
perfect.
I can't believe I'm asking this question because I hate
Hates
talking about golf
golf
on this
talk.
podcast so much. What
Or
made
birds.
you get started golfing?
I mean, I just had a lot of friend groups that were doing it. So there was like people that work at the baseball team, comics were doing it more, and then I have like a couple of like other friend groups of just like regular, like my buddies back home have always like, if I go for like back home for a weekend, it's like, oh, we're all golfing, and then
Yeah.
I would just be like, yeah, see you losers. And then, yeah, I mean, it's really kind of origin story comes from my crippling gambling addiction. And it's like I started gambling on golf because I got put in like a survivor pool. And then I started gambling on it. Then I started watching it. And then I started playing it. And it's been good.
Do you still bet on it?
Oh, yeah.
Who'd you have for the Masters?
Not Rory.
Yeah. You wouldn't be here if you had Rory.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have drove if you had Rory.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't have anything to say to that.
That's a wonderful story. Anyone that comes into the game, it's a beautiful thing, man.
Shut the fuck up.
It's a beautiful thing. It is.
You should start a separate golf podcast. I think you love it so
Separate,
much.
huh? This is my golf podcast.
Yeah, it feels like it. Let's get into some fucking trolls. How
You
about
get some
that?
trolls?
Let's get into some trolls.
Yeah.
Let's
All
talk
right.
a little bit about
Kill some time.
being online.
Ooh,
The reason I thought
Trollholepod.
the golf question for me is like, I guess I don't know how long we've known each other, maybe a couple of years, not
Yeah.
even. You've always in my mind been a golfer. I feel like I see you post about golf all the time, so I've always assumed that.
Yeah.
No,
No, my first lesson was like May 25th of last year.
Oh, so you're taking lessons.
Well, I mean, when I first started, I did because it's
Same.
expensive, and I was like,
Same.
oh, I'm gonna learn how to do this before I pay money to go outside and embarrass myself.
sure.
What was your
Yeah.
instructor? What was like lesson one? Was it more philosophy? Or
Literally, who
squaring the
cares?
club
No
face?
one cares
Well,
about this.
Jeremiah and I care.
This
Yeah, it
is
was
the
just
worst part of the
swing.
podcast.
Yeah, it was just very like general swing stuff.
It's just
Yeah.
swing. It's just like here's
Yeah.
the plane.
Because I played hockey, like I grew up,
Oh,
so I'd already
you
played like
got
a
it,
swing
yeah.
sport.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
You
the
know,
most
not
transferable
not that kind of
sport.
swinging, but
Uh,
not the swinging you were after. But
Yeah, I was
sorry.
swinging a different club, if you know what I
you're
mean.
in the garage swinging.
Someone else's dick.
You, Diana.
You'd kill Diane.
No.
You would kill Diane.
She'd fucking fold me over in the Amazon position and just milk me down. Let's get into some trolls
the
here.
Amazon position.
So yeah, Google it. Neil will look it up. So
I'm just
Yeah.
looking up Rory. Damn.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Pretty
Dude,
cool, huh?
Yeah, dude, he's like the muscliest golfer I've ever seen.
Yeah, oh my God! Look at that temple. Look at
wow.
Mm.
Oh, we're all getting milk today, baby. Not
that.
bad.
Look at that little landing pad there, huh? Yeah.
Do you have a favorite social media platform? Do you care about any of them? Do you like being on? I mean, it's part of our job.
His favorite is DraftKings.
It's true. Yeah, you can like. There's a little paper airplane you can share.
No?
It's Prize Picks.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean I
Bet
probably use
GMT?
Instagram the most. Like I do stuff on YouTube, and that like YouTube seems to be the smartest.
Yeah.
Like you can like get the most out of it, but
Mhm.
it's my least favorite. But I don't know. So I just feel like like it's all about the whatever dopamine of like, hey, people like what you're doing. And there's like you can post stuff on YouTube, like shorts and stuff that they will just show to nobody.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, this is like a 30-second clip of me doing stand up that got like 2,000 views and a bunch of likes on Instagram, and I'll put it on
Yep.
YouTube and it's like 0 views.
Yeah.
Like a month, and you're like,
You're
well,
like, how's that physically possible?
yeah, what did you do
I
with
watched
this?
it. I viewed it at least twice. So
yeah,
0
yeah.
views?
How
That
are
doesn't
there
make
0
sense.
views?
I think the censorship is way more hardcore on YouTube now. Like even if
Yeah.
you like swear and it's bleep, they'll frickin'
Oh,
they'll
yeah.
ping you.
They might ping me.
That might be part
I'll
of
get
it.
pinged. Get punged.
Ping, good golf brand. All right, let's get snuck it in.
Yeah, you did.
good.
Real sneaky. Don't touch me.
All right, Jeremiah, let's talk about this hermit crab racing video.
That's got to be your most popular video.
yeah.
I think that
How
was one of the first things we
embarrassing,
talked about. You told me about it. I was like,
I
what do
know.
you mean?
I
It's
hate that.
Millions of views.
Millions.
It's literally you just watching a hermit crab.
Where did
Speaking
this
of
take
betting.
place?
Cleveland, Ohio.
Interesting.
Called Around the Corner Bar in
Bet on
Cleveland,
it?
Ohio. Yeah. So the way that it works, every Friday night, there's a big round table, and then this guy, he's got a big like lid, and it's then he has like a Rubbermaid thing, and you go around the table. Everybody puts $1 on the table, and then he goes around, and you get to pick. That's my hermit crab, and everybody picks, and they're all painted differently. Their little shells have like Spider-Man and whatever on them. And you pick which one you want, and then they put them all in the middle under the lid, and then they lift the lid up, and then they're supposed to walk towards, and there's a red line around the outside of the table. and whichever crab gets to the red line, if it's yours, you win everybody's dollar. Wow. And it's probably the most fun you can legally have. You know,
Like before you make them fight, yes.
Yeah. It's like you imagine like this is what cockfighting feels like. You know what I mean?
I've seen that with turtles.
Do people bring their hermit crabs? Do they train them? Is
No. They have their own.
Yeah.
The hermit crabs are supplied. Yeah.
Okay. Because that would get a little tricky. You put some HGH in a
Yeah,
hermit crab.
you gotta test the crabs.
There's
You gotta test.
strict no doping
Yeah.
agency on
Test
the
for crabs.
You're like, hey, I think that crab's a man. I don't know that's not IFOC.
A man
official.
hermit crab can't be in a female hermit crab race.
And so you had fun. You liked this.
It was fun, yeah.
Some people fucking hated this online. Some people hated that this thing existed.
Oh yeah.
They were
I feel like
so
most
mad.
of the like it getting picked up by the algorithm like really started happening once people were like, "Oh no, these poor crabs."
Yeah.
Cuz I mean like anything that goes viral, you like the rage bait is like the biggest like booster of anything.
Yeah.
So people, whether they mean it or not, saying like, "Oh my god," and then there was a bunch of comments of people would just be like, "Oh, this is funny and interesting," but it's both for sure.
So we picked up some of the comments from that video specifically. We're gonna go through them here real quick.
All right, here's an easy one from ENI _3.3 animal cruelty.
Yeah.
What do you think of that, huh?
I mean, I didn't organize this thing. I mean, I feel and they are like under a hot light. I don't know what makes them run for the, I think they just want freedom or whatever. I don't know. But
I heard they electrify like the floor. Shock them.
There's like the tiniest cattle prod you've ever seen.
I feel like if they take the time to paint the shells, they have a decent life.
I don't think that's true. I honestly think maybe opposite.
It's like pageant moms, they get their kids up all nice and they have good lives.
Yeah, those young pageant kids
John
have
Benet
the best, notoriously great lives for those kids. Absolutely.
You were a pageant boy.
Still am. Don't call me boy though.
It looks like you could win like $20.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not the biggest table, so there's only probably $20-$25 per round. But we had a buddy who won several times, and if you watch the video, there's a blue hermit crab that just sits in the middle of the table and doesn't move once. That was mine, by the way. Yeah, that was.
I'm watching the video now. Poor dude.
Yeah.
Here's another one from Just Bupkis. They come out of the womb boring as fuck in Ohio.
Just a shot at Ohio, I guess.
Yeah, that's the implication. I mean, I don't live there, so it doesn't matter to me. That's probably true. I don't know.
Lost My Account 13 says, this is like the turtle races they do in Houston.
I don't think that would. I think, what's the one below it?
That's funny.
You like that? Hey, if it makes you happy, I'm happy.
This reminds me of another thing.
Yeah, exactly.
There's another way to do this with a different thing with the shell.
Yeah.
Are we having fun now?
They scoop them up.
Yeah, the squeegee at the end really is. I mean, that is sort of kind of brutal, but I don't know.
It's like squeegeeing them up at the end.
Oh,
yeah, because he has to get them all back in the Rubbermaid thing. Yeah,
Like
that must be terrifying.
yeah, I imagine it would.
Yeah. Imagine just having a tidal wave take you.
Yeah,
It's a broom.
mm-hmm.
Squeegee, even worse.
Squeegee.
Yeah.
It squeeged me. Joe.
Your own fucking pun and squeege me. That's for real. That was the most genuine laugh you've given all day. Your own pun. That's kind of a beautiful thing.
We gotta get a shirt that says squeege.
I think we got to get out of this podcast. I think we're losing you, boy.
Joe Vicente Sarmento says, poor animals and stupid people.
Wow. People don't really like Ohio that much.
Yeah. I mean, they're all accurate. I don't have a problem with it. But I mean, it's like, what is it? 2.1 million views. And,
yeah.
And like, there's like 400,000 likes.
Yeah.
I mean, people liked it. you know.
It's got a little something
The
for
thing
everybody.
that bothers me is that I've put hours of content of my comedy on the internet, and the thing, like the most views by far of anything that I have is this thing that has nothing to do with anything.
You gotta follow the tour.
I guess so,
the
yeah.
Hermit Crab.
Let me throw this at you. You repost the video with your stand-up over it as it goes.
Yeah.
That will blow up. It's like card. You know how people do card jumps sometimes, and then they have like little voiceovers.
Yeah.
Do that with your stand-up. Guarantee it pops.
There is actually, I don't know if it's on that video or like the next stand-up reel I posted, but there is actually a comment that was like, came here from the Hermit Crab, stayed for the comedy, and like thumbs up. So that's, you know, I mean,
you got one.
But I got like 700 followers
That's
from
awesome.
this. You know, I mean, like that's a good jump.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it is. You know, I mean, it's like kind of one of those things. Like, it's been a long time now. That was like a year ago. But there was a point where I was like, maybe I'll do like a green screen with it behind me and be like, hey, did you see this video? Like 2 million people did, but also like comedy or whatever, you know, like, I don't know, but
you could be the Hermit Crab comedian.
I could. Yeah. I think
You
I
could
guess
do
I
all
already
sorts
am.
of. You could do cockfights in a green screen and then do stand up in front of that or something.
Or just like, yeah, then I should pose a video that's cockfights and be like, hey, remember how mad you were about the hermit crabs? These guys die. Yeah.
And then you can do like Mandingo fights after
Now,
that.
it's funny you bring that up because this is the meanest comment, I think, on the video. Gary Laser Eyes 1969 says, these are taken from the sandy beaches because we can't breed them well and left in horrible conditions. We force them to take shells brightly colored, which is against their instincts, and make them do this in Ohio. Cool. Why is he saying we're doing it? Why is he saying we do that?
Bro. I just you just popped in there. I'm just watching the thing.
He's like,
I
I'm
think-
confessing.
I think the funniest thing about this video in general, like the fact that people are like indignant or whatever, it's like they can literally say whatever they want on this video. And I am like, go look at the fucking comments on my actual stand up where people are like, this guy's going to die. You know, like this fat piece of shit is like inches from death.
That
you
is
know,
a
it's
good
like,
point.
I don't give a fuck what they say about this video. Like,
Sure.
you know, like again, I didn't organize this thing. Like whatever it is, it was entertaining and we took part in it or whatever, but it's like people say way meaner shit about me, an actual person with feelings, than a fucking crustacean.
Let's look at a couple
Well,
of those.
I need to go soon. So here's one thing I really want to talk about. Then we can do our troll bag.
Yeah.
I want to talk about you have a family member
Yeah.
who you talk about mean shit.
Yeah.
You have a family member who says mean shit to you
Yeah.
in your comments sometimes. Can
So
you talk
it's-
a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's an interesting thing. So I have a video on YouTube that's me doing, it's like a longer set. It's like a 30-minute feature set that I did at Spokane. And it has like 45,000 views. It's probably my most accomplished thing on YouTube. And somewhere in those comments, and the problem is I've hidden this person, but yeah, 44,000 views, Jeremiah Coughlan full feature set from 2022. And that's the one that has like it says like 600 likes, 50 comments. And one of the comments is from this account. I can't really talk about this person, but it was called Bruce Wayne, something. And the comment on that video was like, this is so good. You should be on, and they like reference some like old timey, like you should be on the Dick Cavett show or whatever, right? And it's like, what the? I don't even know what that is. And then I posted another feature set from Spokane this year that has, I think it's like 10, 15,000 views. And there's a comment from the same account that was like, this is terrible. And it was like very weirdly written. It was a whole like giant paragraph of things. And it was like, I expected this to be like creeper weed where like at first it's not that good and then it gets better. It was so random. It was so weird. And it was just like all these things about, I really think you should rethink this comedy thing and blah, blah, blah. Damn. And it was so like long and drawn out and an insane like meandering paragraph that a stranger underneath it was like, why did you do this? Like, why did you write all this? This seems very strange. And I kind of put it, it took me a while to put it together. I was like, oh, this is the same account.
Yeah.
And then I blocked it and I was like, I should have screenshot it because if I was able to read the mean one, it would be so much more powerful. But I YouTube, once you hide somebody, that shit's just gone. I
It's
tried.
the first time ever something online has actually protected a person.
Yeah, I know. No, it actually works.
You don't want to come back here, bro.
Yeah, but it is, as far as I know, it may or may not be the mother of my wife. So it's my mother-in-law who we don't have a relationship with her. She doesn't know us. Like, you know, like obviously she knows my wife, but like I've met her one time.
She knows your stand-up.
She knows my stand-up.
Yes.
You know, and at one point was very supportive of it. You know, and wanted me to take that shit to the moon. But now, so that was part of it. Is like, from what I've heard from others, that's sort of her MO, where she like kills you with kindness and is like, hey, you know, it's like a love bomb kind of thing. And then if you don't do what she thinks you're supposed to do or what she wants you to do, then comes the the 3-scroll paragraph about how you're ruining your life
You're
by
creeping weed.
If,
If
you don't fall in line, you know, the captain.
Yeah. And it's so weird because like I mean, to have a family member like as a troll. Yeah. And I don't know, like
that might be our first family troll.
Do you know who Palmer Trolls is? I'm hoping Ben Trolls. So like, or Ben Palmer is the guy's name. He does like
Infrabren?
I don't know what that is, but
he does trolling too.
Okay, so no, Palmer Trolls is like he'll make accounts that look like, so if someone goes on Twitter and it's like KFC sucks now, then he'll make a new account that looks like KFC, and he'll be like, your mom sucks.
Yeah,
and people think it's the company replying to them, and hilarity ensues. And he actually like does that as a stage show. So I featured for him at Helium, and that was like right when that first video with the 40,000 plus views went off. And like the comments, some of the comments on that video are legit, like, you know, I would not pay money to listen to this person talk, blah, blah, blah. And like of the 50 of them, most of them are nice and are like, hey, good set, whatever. And I was like, yeah, it's like, you know, reading the comments. And he asked me a question. He's like, have you ever commented on anything? Like on YouTube or Instagram, like if somebody you didn't know, a complete stranger, have you ever like taken your time to type a comment, whether it's nice or otherwise? So I'm like, no. He's like, exactly. These people are psychotic. Yeah. Like anyone who comments on anything, like just any random fucking hermit crab video, anything you see on the internet, to think that you need to like sometimes I'll tag a joke or whatever, like if someone does something funny or whatever. But you know, like how many videos, like if you go to my Explorer page and it's, you know, girls in sports bras doing foam roller or whatever, open those comments and how many dudes are like, ooh,
or whatever,
ooh, mommy, whatever, you know, and it's like, what do you think? It's like catcalling. It's like, has that ever actually worked for anybody? Sure. Has anybody like seen an Instagram comment and been like, oh, well, Joe Blow 69 420.
Pop your dick out.
Yeah. Let's see it. Let's see that cock.
That's another great short film. Like it works.
Yeah.
They live happily ever after.
Who's like, God, I just want to fucking squeeze them together and make a baby or whatever. Now, let me ask you one question before we get into our troll back here. What's worse, mother-in-law posting long screeds of shit, of just whatever hateful shit, or random stranger being like, oh my God, you should be on Kill Tony? Which one's worse?
Ooh, I didn't see that coming. That was a good twist. So I was like, oh, it's got to be the first one, but no, probably the second one. Because I would probably like internalize the second one. The first one, I'm just like, oh, this is a person that has, you know, issues that I'm unequipped to deal with. The second person probably does too.
Yeah.
But
put them together, the mother-in-law on Kill Tony.
Yeah.
Incredible. Golden ticket winner.
She would crush.
I like how you shred your son-in-law to pieces.
The way you hate your family is incredible.
Comedy is bad. Comedy is so bad.
No wonder you haven't got to meet your grandkids.
Okay,
That's
we gotta
What's
get
it
into
like to be sunned by your mother-in-law?
All right, our troll back.
So here's what we do. We picked one comment you got. We wrote a response for it, okay? We each did. We're going to read our responses. You pick the one you like the best, and we'll post it from our account eventually. Neil, you awake?
Yeah. Neil has heat stroke.
Say the first part again.
We picked one comment that you got on one of your videos. We both wrote a response.
On your behalf.
On your behalf,
You
defending your
pick which
honor.
one you like more.
Yep.
Love it.
And then eventually we will post it from the Trollhole account.
There can't be ties.
There can be ties.
We're done with the ties.
He loves this because it always hurts him. But
well, no, I'm ahead by a country mile.
But whatever
Okay.
you want.
Yeah.
So why don't you go
Don't
first
let that
there,
influence you.
sweet feet?
Nah, you can.
Because you don't have one.
No, I got one.
We'll pick the comment and read the comment.
The comment is from Rakem126. The wheezing makes me scared for his life.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I wrote. Okay, so the comment was the wheezing makes me scared for his life.
Which,
Yes.
by the way, just for context, in the video, I do like a Dom DeLuise, like a like an actual like wheezing thing.
Oh, it's not even like
it's not just like my my asthmatic breathing.
Yeah, because I was listening. I'm like, he doesn't have a rasp or anything.
Not.
I get tired up there sometimes. Okay.
It's harder work than people think.
The wheezing makes me scared for his life. I wrote, the pictures on your laptop make me excited for what's going to happen to you in prison.
Yeah. I wrote, your profile pic makes me scared for your children.
Oh, those are both good. I like Ben's better, but yeah.
There you go.
Hey,
Well done.
True winner.
Well
That's
done.
a good one.
Bam.
Thanks, buddy.
Just to tie a bow around all of that is that a comment either in response to that or close to that was someone saying like, this guy's not going to be around much longer. And I replied to that and pinned it that said, actually, I'm alive and well, and I'll be at Helium Comedy Club this weekend.
Perfect response.
And I use it to hear my dates if you guys want to come actually see me do comedy.
Absolute perfect
and not
response.
just be mean to me, but
Hell yeah.
it's just
Speaking
it's
of-
what the internet is.
Where can people find you? What's your handle on social media?
Yeah,
What
at
dates you got
Jeremiah
coming up?
Coughlan. It's kind of long, but that's my name. So, yeah, and it's Coughlan, Jeremiah, the way that it is in the Bible.
As our listeners know.
Yeah, I mean, people try to put Y's and shit in
That's
it
it.
for no reason. But, yeah, and then Jeremiah, if you find Jeremiah Coughlan on YouTube, those are kind of the two main things.
Hell yeah. Very funny comedian out of Portland and tours the country. He'll
Come
be
see
all
the
over.
Portland Pickles. You can watch. We have I'm in Pickles. They made a documentary. It's on the MLB network.
Oh, shit.
It's called Pickles. That's pretty cool. I'm pretty prominently featured in that
That's
documentary.
good. That's good for a keyword search.
Yeah,
Tell you
Pickles.
Pickles.
Michael?
At Just Mike Lester on all social media. If you are a member or know a member at Interlocking Country Club in Hopkins, Minnesota, get in touch with me. I'd love to play there.
There you go.
That's such a funny thing to do.
I'm trying. It's going to work.
At
dude.
Shaq Katzner and everything. Subscribe to my YouTube. Trying to build up my YouTube page. It's the same thing.
How many
as everything.
YouTubers? How many
Not
followers?
a lot. I'm going to say 187 is specifically.
Oh.
Very bad.
I think I just during all of this, I looked at mine for the first time, and it's like it's twice that, but still not good. It's like 370.
I would love to get to 1,000. Give me 1,000.
Good.
And then then we'll go from there.
Mhm.
But I kind of stopped caring about it. But I'm back now. I care about you guys again.
Oh, it's
Come
so
back.
hard to keep caring.
I'm also on the road. I got stuff coming out.
I'm just trying to get to Interlocking, man.
That's
I don't
great.
Give a
Yeah.
shit about
It's all about
social
goals,
media.
baby.
Or like my plugs or anything.
Nah,
But you
finish
know,
up.
you can come check me
Finish up.
out.
Go ahead.
Come check me out. I'll be in
plug.
Cincinnati coming out. I'll kill you.
Details are the important part.
Yeah, and whatever. Neil, what are you, buddy?
Neil Face on Instagram, 7 Swords from Music. Thank you for Slam for the space. Thank you.
Yeah.
And as always, you can go to hell. Get him, Jeremiah.
Boom.
Go to hell.
Boom.
Boom.
You gotta pay the troll toll to get in.